First, does anyone like Beaver? Last Christmas, it's a little Beaver story. Last Christmas, I got a T-shirt from my sister who lives in Utah. It was a black T-shirt that said, "I love Beaver." And I was in Poland for Christmas, and I wore the T-shirt on Christmas Day. Went into this little room that I got assigned to me where I could sit and relax and think. And so I wrote in this little room with all these little blinking snowmen and lots of Russian dolls around me. I wrote this little kind of prose poem / flash fiction about beavers in Poland. Yeah. Do you like? Asks Beaver number 1. Marek replies, he likes. They talk about the fish. The fish are in a bowl. Next to the bowl are 4 small cups. The cups are filled with walnut fire. The walnuts come from the family farm. The fire comes from Biedronka. Biedronka means ladybug in Polish. After the fire, they fish a fish from the glass bowl. The fish is filled with garlic. It helps the walnut fire. After 5 shots, the beavers switch on the telly. The telly is mounted to a wall. It is a giant telly. The telly has internet. The beavers go to YouTube. They find Gangnam Style. It is time to party. Gangnam Style is in Polish. Some of the beavers freeze their nuts. Others have no nuts to freeze. Some worship the beaver god. They break the beaver wafers and drink the beaver wine. All of the beavers work their chest. Their chests are zajebistia. Zajebistia means fucking great in Polish. The beavers are zajebistia. Marek loves the beavers. He watches the beavers and drinks the walnut fire. He chews the garlic fish. He gets a T-shirt. It is a black T-shirt. The T-shirt says, "I love Beaver." That's a little beaver. Okay, so this collection was actually written in 2006 when I was living in South Korea, and in Seoul, South Korea, and then revised in London. I think they said it's butcher wrapped or butcher paper. The paper is really nice. I like the butcher paper. Anyway, if you're interested, it's £5 if that's interested. I'm going to start off with a little sequence. Once a year, there's a big dust storm that blows in to Korea from the Gobi Desert. And so this little sequence starts with that. And this is called the Roomy Sequence. Dust blows in from China, and there are millions in masks. You explained some things from your childhood about kissing and rubbing. He was thick, you said, and you massaged each other in the back of his parents' van on the way to church. You could not cry, but sometimes you whimpered. The dust is thick. You tell me it comes from the Gobi Desert. We searched for ham, but only found spam. Just hidden along like a little song. Won't you blow through me? Homeless as a fly, you lactated on my tongue. Live animals crawled in the shops. A pillow by night and a sack by day. Now my petals begin to fall. An Egyptian poet was delivered to my door, and his name was Roomy. He spoke French with Africa's nipple. Roomy and I ate fire chicken, did sip soju during Samgyeopsal. Our owl ate the pussycat. A secret worm ate the owl. Heat came from the floors. I can take all of you into my mouth, you said. Your eyelashes were very amenable. Only for morning glories did we open the door. Lights buzzed in the night, and larvae boiled on the streets. A cup of soup between our hands. Women were made to smoke in the toilets. We felt the mischief. Rainbow warriors and hermits for the royal road. demons, ghosts, and depressions. Rescue the lovers from the temple door. We couldn't get out of bed except to eat Korean pizza with hot sauce. We liked to wash by way of experiment. You shaved my pubic hair to get a better grip with your mouth. The temple was dripping with rain. In the communal showers, we lost our thoughts. Don't you love your baby? Tell me true. We were wet and happy. Everybody wanted to go to Japan, but everybody should just hold hands. It was winter then, but when spring came, we plucked our eyebrows into twin hyphens. Your soft face fucked my soft thoughts. We were eating at the sushi bar. Your cock grew against my leg. I rubbed your pocket, and you came. There was a boy who talked to geese because he needed the light. Our light was like slanted rain. What is a state of thought, you said. I said, my state or yours. And you said, we can only guess. Welcome to the Korean summer, eating bulgogi and bean sprouts, small pickles and quick sushi. Home is on the highway. Memories are not the porno. Keep it Leon. Keep it light. We couldn't read the signs. I bought a tiltable screen. Now I can look you in the eye. Kind of love stuff, sort of. This next one is at a little cafe, a Flying Bird Cafe. You get feathers in your cup and you drink tea. So it's called Flying Bird Tea House in Sidong. The sun on our finches, the feathers in our cup. Love is a soggy look. Orange hair and cowboy boots hug me in the sunlight. The man on the left has more estrogen than the man on the right. I will masterfully perform a thin penetration. There were no tapeworms in the chamber pot. There were less plumbers and many electricians, an evening performance of fruit sellers. There's this little song. It's about a balloon flower. Little kids sing it in Korea. So I translated the song from Korean, but I didn't really. I just played with it. Has anyone seen a balloon flower? Balloon flower? Yeah. It's nice. Picture a balloon and a flower. Actually, I haven't seen one. I'm imagining it's kind of like a balloon. But anyway, this song is popular among little kids, and I kind of sort of translated it into English and changed it a little bit. It's kind of a love song, but I changed it. Balloon flower. Doraji, Doraji, Doraji. I walk over the paths where balloon flowers bloom. It is a path that is familiar to me. Heya hey, annyeonghaseyo. Reminds me of mother and twinkling boys. Heya hey, annyeonghaseyo. That. Incheon Walmart. We were in another taxi crossing foreign rivers. At the end of the night, holding the phone to my left ear for 45 minutes, you told me you had eaten all the tenderloins. There's this little place that I stayed in called the Goshiwon. Seoul is really expensive. I think it's the most expensive place in the world for housing. So needed like $5,000 for a deposit to rent a flat, which obviously I didn't have. So I stayed in a place called the Goshiwon. It's a little tiny room, and you basically open the door and fall on the bed. And that's it. And you have a bar above your head to hang your clothes or strap your T-shirts over or whatever. And I met a person from Liverpool. That helped a little bit. Never met anyone from Liverpool. Have you met people? So yeah. All right. So this is Gisan Goshiwon. We reeked of kimchi. A turtle pillowed us. Ancient horses across the bridge. In the Goshiwon, the room was 25 pounds per week. We met in a tunnel while snow licked my lashes. Strike that. We met in a coffee shop. The clothes hung above us. Oh, rejoice for the communal kitchen, the lights of the night commute. There's really hot chicken, really hot chicken in Korea. Really spicy. They claim it's the spiciest food in the world. I believe it. And they also have really high stomach cancer. So probably that's true. And I met this guy named Jimmy. And Jimmy liked to eat fire chicken. He was Korean American. And so we'd teach these little kiddies at a place called Wonderland. And they would eat lots of fire chicken to kind of reward ourselves. But he had a reaction. So this is called, the place that we taught at was called Wonderland. So this is called Wonderland. Got red-faced, had a reaction, liked chicken, ate late, wore tights, got imploded. So that was Jimmy. There's a pub in Seoul, actually an area called Hongdae. And Hongdae is a university area where things are a little more lax. You know, women can smoke in public in that area, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, girls can kiss girls, guys can kiss guys in this one little pub called Tin Pan 2. There was no Tin Pan 1, but this is Tin Pan 2. Girls kiss girls in the shadows. Boys hug the stalls. Prepare your young ones. They will make an image. Nay, they will scuffle and shiver into the new lights. There's another place in Seoul called Itaewon. And Itaewon is a place where you can get foreign food, like naan bread, for example. But it's also a place where, unfortunately, there's a U.S. military base, so there's lots of U.S. soldiers, which they get in fights, they do all sorts of things, like run people over and get away with it, which really happened. They ran over a kid, but they were protected. And also Russian mafia and Russian prostitutes. So you can go there for the naan bread, or you can go there for the Russians. I went there for the naan bread. So this is called Itaewon. Searching. Whoa. Searching for non-Russians. Pot-bellied, smart and tart. Zen, bloodlust, dharma, toppled rice cake, orange fish eggs, and salmon slices. Oh boy. As regards this meat hole, tonked up, testy, and smiling. Mine finds a home on the ground, a beard between me and my mouth, cramping at the knee, swamp grass, Yu-Gi-Oh! An allegory breaks in the mouth. The old wood sticks out from the newer handle. The neighboring dust will have its way. So I've traveled and taught English like in Poland, Korea, Turkey, etc. I kept little notebooks, of course, and this is a little bit of an excerpt from this notebook called Memo Book. Things like your address, phone numbers, dates, whatever. So this is Memo Book. My address is 813 Daeyeong Nice Gisang Gaeyeong Incheon. Joe is a veteran of the Gulf. Shane has a ponytail. Tim meets us on the roof and runs through the numbers. My iPod contains promising the light, ocean breeze salty, naked as we came, kissing the lipless, king of carrot flowers, somebody that I used to know, junkyard bird stealing bread. He's simple, he's dumb, I don't blame you, float on. Green line to Shinlin Station, exit 3, bus 5529, date with B. 3:45 p.m. at Gangnam, exit 1. Saturday, 2 p.m., Yeoksam 3. Blind date from Korean friend finder. 250 grams of meat. Must find hanging closet. It's a little thing that kids like to do. This is back to Wonderland again. So I was teaching at this place called Wonderland for a while, and then at uni after that, where I was staying in the Goshiwon. So this place called Wonderland, these kids like to do something to show affection. And should I say it after or before the poem? Well, I'll read the poem and then maybe I'll tell you. Well, I think it's in the poem. and I'll tell you more. It's Wonderland 2. To show beauty, to show affection, the children fingered my bum. The way that works is... but it's a good little game. They do this. And I forgot the name of it in Korean. So if you're teaching and you turn your back, they run towards you, maybe 5 or 6, and try to get it up as far as they can. And there was a teacher next door named Daniel from Portland, and they got up pretty far. So he ran out of the classroom, out of the school, never came back. I asked some of the Korean teachers what that was about. They said, it means they like you. Do that in English.
See, that's my round.
Yeah, so that's the children. I met a good friend in Korea who's also a poet, and we became good friends since then. It's Jim Gore. We met in Korea for the first time. We have mutual friends, and we had lots of adventures like this one, North Seoul. Into the world, into the gold-painted night sweats with Mr. Gore. I left my broken watch in Jakjong, but picked up a hipper one in Myeongdong. 대한민국.